In this video, I will be discussing about the real goal of algorithm in India. When I mean algorithm, you see social media algorithm in India. And what is the goal that they're actually trying to get? See, every social media platform is backed by one goal, gaining attention of the users. That's their most valuable precious resource. The more people engage in the app, the more popularity and the more number of interactions they get. That's what they strive for. Now, to get that, they need to find different ways of engagement, of how to engage people from different languages, different regions, different areas. That's all a big task. And in India, they face that exact problem. Now, in India, such a diverse country with many languages, ethnicities, communities, cuisines, where different kinds of people with languages and cuisines change within 100 kilometers. It's quite difficult to generalize a formula for the algorithm to effectively engage users. See, when there are many languages, it's quite difficult to generalize one language that everybody should expect to be engaged with. It's just not possible. And how many languages should they actually implement? What's the count? So rather than they discussing and finding out the formula, they decided, why not should we give it to the public? Let they decide what to create, what to tell, which community they want to address, and and what benefits will they get. So with that note, let's continue down the conversation. Why did social media win so much in India that it became its second biggest users in the whole world? What was the solution that it actually implemented to get so much engagement? The concept of nano influencers. Now you may be wondering, what is a nano influencer? A nano influencer is a creator from a local community where he or she addresses her local community about what she's interested in, about local events in that area. So she addresses a small group of people that she knows well, and those people to who she is addressing or he addressing, those people have more trust in them than a news reporter who's reporting on TV. See, it's common sense. Take an example of a nano influencer. Take a person, a creator from a tier 2, tier 3 city, from a small layout, and a generalized news reporter or a film star or something, social media. It's obvious that the nano influencer will have a small following compared to the news reporter or the big personality. But the real engagement is not the followers. It's how many followers are really dedicated in responding and commenting and interacting with the post or reel when is once posted. So see, like an example, the nano influencer may have a following of 1,000, and the news reporter or big personality may have a following of 1 million. Now, the nano influencer posts his reel or story, and simultaneously the big personality newspaper as well do. Now, among those 1,000 people, it's high likely that a more amount of people of those 1,000 report take like around 600 to 700, one in every 4 people. Now, the news reporter has a following of 1 million. So, maybe among the 1 million, it's highly unlikely that all the 1 million will actively interact. Maybe take around 200, 300K. That's basically like one in every 5 people. So here you have one in every 4 people, and here one every 5 people. Despite the following being less in the nano influencer has more trust in the community. People trust them because people can easily relate with them. See, he's in my community, I know him, I've talked with him. So it's more easy to gain that trust compared to a big personality where they haven't met them, there is no interaction with them, and they're just living off what the media says. So it's obviously human by human tendency for a person to believe more to the person he or she's interacting rather than listening to the comments and the fame the media presents. Now we have talked from the creator side. It's time to understand what the user experiences. Does the user willingly trust the nano influencers more than the news reporter, or does he personally chooses the news reporter or the nano influencers? It's personally all his choice, but the choice is somewhat shaped by what the algorithm presents to you. I'll explain you right now. Let's take an example: a student coming from Delhi. He comes to Bangalore for his bachelor's, and he's been active in social media from childhood, maybe from 8th or ninth standard, from when he's got a phone. So in now in North Indian Delhi, he will be more exposed to the North Indian content, or the local creators, local politics, local news, etc., etc., etc. Now, as soon as he lands in Bangalore and he opens his phone and he refreshes his feed on social, he'll be immediately bombarded with the local content in Bangalore about local cafes, tech IT parks, aesthetic lifestyle, creators showing uh, pros and cons of Bangalore. All the local content will be promoted. Now he's quite unfamiliar about this, quite unaware about the local area, about the area he just landed in. But he's curious. He wants to explore more into the society. He wants to be connected with the society with which he's studying. But at the same time, he doesn't want to be completely disconnected from his family, from his hometown, and the current happenings in his city. So the algorithm for the first few days constantly shows him about the local content. Maybe for the first, let's take a time span of 1 week. In the first 4 days, the algorithm shows that person about local feed, about local areas in Bangalore, cafes, good places to visit, etc. Maybe after 4 to 5 days, as he slowly becomes accustomed to the city and weather and etc., etc., the feed slightly changes. Now he's seen the Bangalore content. Now it's time for him to be again reconnected from his hometown, so he doesn't get completely saturated in just seeing one part. So the algorithm adopts a hybrid strategy in mixing a feed of content that includes the content in the local area he's present, that is Bangalore, and from the area he just recently traveled from, or was in, or lived there for a long time, that is Delhi. So hybrid feed of both North and South Indian content such appear on his feed, making him more connected with his people, and at the same time he's well informed about the local area. Now this eventually brings more curiosity, happiness, and satisfaction that he is not completely disconnected, which eventually drives engagement by human psychology and increasing which is a plus point for social media developers, as it increases screen time for their app. Now, with all the effects that we've discussed what social media could bring to us, and what's the real reality of how the algorithm actually shapes our choices depending on the location, depending on the area, and how has it really affected all the communities in India, now it's time to pay the cost. Now, it's obvious that we aren't paying anything to social media for using it. We're not paying any subscription, no money, nothing. But actually, we're paying something even more valuable than money. Yeah, our attention. Our attention is their currency. The more attention we give to the app, it's the more popularity the app gets, which drives more users to install and get on it. So they work on a basis of sustained interaction with the app and sustained concentration, sustained engagement with the app. Now, this sustained concentration is proven to be harmful for us. Not harmful in a physical way, but in a mental and psychological way. It is actually reshaping our brain's method of analyzing stuff. For the past few years, I think you also may have also experienced this. If you are on social media, that you can't focus on a video or a short or a content that's more than 50 minutes. Not 50 minutes, less than 50 minutes. That is more than 30 to 40 seconds long. And have you noticed that maybe since social media has entered your life, over the past maybe 4 to 5 months, your attention span has decreased per video. You're constantly swiping up to see more and more content. Now that's where the algorithm has caught you. You tend to explore more. You start to be more curious. Eventually, your curiosity, your exploration, increases your screen time on the app, which brings a benefit. That's what the cost you are paying to see the social media app. I'm not saying social media is not bad completely, but it depends upon how the user uses it. it really depends upon how you want to shape your social media habits and how much you want to limit yourself to it, how much you want to be engrossed with it. It's all personal choice. It's you who have to take the first step in reframing and reshaping your social habits so you stay well informed and connected, and at the same time maintain and try to retain your focus. So that's all for the video. Thanks for watching for so long, and I've just uh, briefly covered up the why and how the algorithm is actually reshaping your attention and increasing your engagement towards them. And if you're interested really in understanding how social media has actually attacked your focus and is really reshaping your brain, you can visit the link in the description below. It's a link to an AI generated podcast which explains deeply about how social media is actually affecting your brain and how and what's costing you. Is it costing you money or is it costing you attention? Is your choice there. Yeah, and before that, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for the next video. Bye.